Hey, hello, my name's Brett Trossel, and this week's chapter is Mark chapter 16. Hey, great chapter. Basically, it is the chapter when Jesus resurrects from the dead. It is the first resurrection, or the first Easter morning. So this is a great chapter, and it's also the heart of the gospel. I'm just going to read a couple of verses. These short videos is hard to get everything in, but we're just going to read a couple of verses. I think kind of the main point of this chapter this week. Mark chapter 16. Of course, the ladies had went and to prepare the body of Jesus for the spices and stuff for his burial and all that. But they get there, big surprise. Jesus ain't there. But here, Mark chapter 16, verse 5 says, "And when they entered the tomb, they saw a young man clothed in white robes sitting on the right side. The women were shocked. But the angel said, 'Do not be afraid, for you are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He isn't here. He's risen from the dead. Now go and tell the disciples.'" So basically, hey, they go to the tomb. Jesus is gone. He's risen from the dead, just like he said he would, which is 100% proof that he was God in the flesh and that he fulfilled everything he said he was going to do. So Jesus has risen from the dead. He was gone. But the angels give him specific directions to go tell the disciples. In other words, give their testimony that Jesus wasn't there anymore. And then in verse 20, the very last verse of that chapter says, "And the disciples went everywhere and preached, and the Lord worked through them." What did they go preach? They went and preached the good news that if you believe in Jesus and give your life to him, and believe in the death, burial, and resurrection. The resurrection is the key point, because a lot of people was crucified and died, but he was the only one who rose from the dead. And that's the heart of the gospel. That's the heart of the good news. That's what the disciples went and preached about, went everywhere preaching about, was that Jesus had risen from the dead. And if you believe in that, put your faith and trust in Jesus and the death, burial, and resurrection, this chapter is about the resurrection, that you will be saved. But then the disciples go and preach that good news. So anyway, so that's it's a great chapter this week. I hope and pray that you read it, pray through it, read it, just let it soak in the good news that Jesus is no longer in the tomb like other dead religious leaders. He has risen from the dead because he was God in the flesh. And anyway, so hey, have a good day, have a good week this week. God bless. See you Sunday.